We are back on SpongeBob Tower Defense, and today I've got another searching for rainbow cereals. With the new Overwolf streak that did drop, we got a bunch of star potions, which means I have over 30 potions in my inventory right now, ready to superstar something. Which, speaking of the Overwolf streak, the video I made on the app for mobile users or Android users, that is now working. It is currently fixed and working. Any days that you guys logged in prior, you guys should still get all those rewards. If it doesn't, I'm not sure what went wrong. I know on my phone, it is working with my alt account, and it always resets at 5 o'clock. Well, 5 o'clock my time, so probably 8 o'clock Eastern. If you're from the UK, I have no idea what time. But with there being absolutely nothing else to do on the game, I gotta superstar something. I don't have a lot of hope for this game now because it feels like they're giving up. I hate to say it, I don't want them to give up because obviously I make content. We make banger videos on here, but sometimes you just can't help it. But let's go to this fusing machine, and I just realized I still have to start pushing everything. Uh-oh. I'm doing something a little weird today. Normally I would use these only for trying to get a bunch of those divines, but not today. Today we're going to be superstarring a Squid Boy. Why not? We have a Wumbo, and I feel like we can get a really low cereal on a Wumbo. I am using star potions though because I absolutely refuse to use that many Squid Boys. I think losing out on 6 is already enough. That is the first Squid Boy done. Boom, 5-star. Now I just got to do that 5 more times. The fact that they never added a like max all-star or something like that where you could just use your star potions to get 5-star is kind of insane to me. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like that's a small QOL that they could have done. I feel like I'd already be done by now. We've already put 7 potions on, so I would technically be done at this point. Also, the fact that these things are not tradable still. Like, how do we still not have divines tradable or these orange boys, green boys, anything like that? I already made my suggestion that they should have made it to where you can trade it inside of the divine lobby. Obviously, don't trade it in the regular trading lobby, but if you've already made it to the divine area, then trading them around should be fine. We are over halfway. Here's the first star on the 4th Squid Boy. This is actually taking forever. Oh my goodness. I bet you someone made a superstar with him this time. That's all jokes, by the way. I'm really hoping that we get less than a number 5. There's no way somebody else is actually superstarring this many Squid Boys. These things are hard to get. And those that do get them, I mean, you want to use them for a divine. We got one more after this. Now we just have this one last one to do. It probably would have been better if I had just typed in these names. I have a lot more units than I thought I do. And the last star potion, boom. All right, this thing is finally prepared to be superstarred, and I'm really hoping that nobody superstarred their Wumbos. Please tell me that all 3.4 thousand of these Wumbos, that they've all been fused inside of a regular, or they just fused into a divine. Please, please, please. Boom, Wumbo, boom, boom, boom. I have absolutely no idea what number that's going to be, but I'm really praying for a single digit. We're going to find out in 5, 4, 3, 2, number 43. Wow. 43 of these superstar Squid Boys. You mean to tell me that that many people have superstarred these things? And a Wumbo at that? That is crazy. We boosted this thing up. Let's check out that damage. 219 million. That's honestly not that crazy. I mean, it's pretty crazy for a limited. In terms of comparison to everything else, this thing is not that strong. So many better options, but I was really going for a low cereal. It did not work out. Let me go ahead and equip the roach. Let's go ahead and get into this, and let's see how well that this Squid Boy can do, because I do want to talk about the game a little bit while we do this endless run. We're in the endless. Let's go ahead and start this wave. Let's get some cash. I just realized my pets aren't here. Did I unequip my pets? I mean, I had to have, right? Oh, I did. Now we have our pets. Now we're actually prepped. I think this thing is a line unit. I'm not actually sure. I can't even see. It's not loading. Okay, it's a Pierce unit. So I does still have to go in this little line right here. Let's check out these damage stats after I place the roach down. Can't forget this. All right, now we got some cash built up. Let's go ahead and check out these damage stats. 688 million, 0 SPA, 574 range. If we max this thing out, it's 902 million. 0 SPA, 674. It couldn't even break 1 billion. That's crazy. I was really thinking they might have upgraded towards past 1 billion, but that's just not going to happen. Maybe if you throw on Secret Formula, it might. Now that we got everything placed, I do want to talk a little bit about the game. Where it's at right now, the standpoint, the player count, everything. You guys are all like, oh, this game is dying, in which, yes, it is. I'm not going to deny that fact, but let's talk about why. I know Blam put out a video, and this is absolutely no slight towards Blam. I think Blam is a great person. But when it comes to him talking about all the devs just making games for money, I mean, one, who doesn't? You're not making a game just so that way you don't make money. Obviously, they have to make their money somehow, but I don't think they're intentionally letting games die just so that way they can make more money. That doesn't make any sense at all. I think along the entire timeline of SpongeBob updates, I think it just progressively got worse. And yes, it was part due to the devs, but it was also part due to the community. But I will blame less of the community than I will the devs, because it all started from the beginning. It started from them making the game way too easy at the start, and you guys may think, oh no, it was quite difficult at the beginning. Yes, it was difficult difficult, but not that difficult. Not enough for there to actually be range of improvement. Literally season 2 of the battle pass, or whatever you want to call it, the season pass, when they first dropped that, the first season was the Cave Bob, and that wasn't too great of a unit, but then they released the GG Brock, and that thing had 0 SPA. That left 0 range for difference, 0 range for there to be units with like 10 SPA or units with 5 SPA have high cooldowns. They just instantly went off the rip of having low cooldowns. The numbers just had to keep getting bigger and bigger. And after a while, I'd say after the first 3 or 4 months, everyone got used to it and expected that, and when it wasn't, people would complain. That is the part where the community comes in, and that is kind of your guys' fault, but I'm not blaming you guys. You guys like big numbers, I like big numbers, I like seeing big high damages, but at the same time, there has to be a time and a place for it, and honestly, SpongeBob, it went too early. They made everything way too OP off the rip, way too many rarities. Actually, I don't think rarities were too bad of an idea. I think just how much they increased and how you couldn't have something in the past that was better than the future, it's hard to explain. I think the devs also lost sight in what was good with this game, and that was the activity that was actually within it, whether it was leaderboards, whether it was doing an event, and an event that actually took you to play the game, not just sit here and do absolutely nothing. Some of the best updates that we have ever had, I'm just going to go down the list really quick. The Divine update, Turf Wars, Prehistoric Gary, Chum Brute to an extent, the Band Geek event when it first arrived, factions, and every single season it was in the game, the leaderboards with Olympian. There was so many things that had so many people's attentions, and I feel like they lost sight of that. They just kept trying to release what had more active players. When you give us a macro event, there's obviously going to be an inflated number. So many macro accounts, so many alt accounts, everything that's not even people playing the game. It was a long running joke for months on months on months of everybody talking about the player count. Was that 70, 80%, however many percent you wanted to say was all alt accounts. And that honestly seems true at this point. With how low the player count is, it genuinely feels like most of the accounts from before were just alt accounts and people that have quit. Obviously, I'm praying that this game can make a turnaround. I'm praying that this game can flip. We've had games in the past where they completely die and then they come back from the dead, but I am not too hopeful for this, I'll be honest. We need communication from the devs. The devs don't communicate anything. They don't tell the community anything. They don't tell us creators anything. They don't give us any leaks. They're not doing anything. Not even a, hey, we're not getting an update this week. Hey, we're not doing this week. Hey, we're gonna do this in a few weeks. And I mean being truthful for it. I don't want to hear no, oh, we're going to release pro mode in this month and PvP in this month, and then you don't follow through. I also think that was the game's biggest downfall. You guys like to say it was SpongeBob 2.0 or whatever you guys want to say it was. I think the biggest issue of this game was the lack of communication, and when there was communication, it was false promises. I'll stand on it. That's why people quit. If everything that was said was promised and given to us, we probably would all be happy, I'll be honest. Maybe not all happy, but I'd say at least like 10, 12, maybe 15,000 players happy. I think my rant's over for now. I'm going to go ahead and let this run for a little bit, and we'll see how far this Squid Boy can get. It's starting to look like we might end sooner than I thought. I was really thinking we were going to get to wave 1000, but it's not looking like it. We're already taking some progress. We haven't leaked quite yet, but I'm thinking that the bosses are already getting past some corners. I guess we'll have to wait and see, but it's not looking good so far. Here comes the boss. How fast are we going to take it down? Okay, so that is pretty quick. Maybe we will make 1000. It's looking like I was right. We should be able to make it to wave 1000 as long as we can take out this big slow anchovy, but I don't think we're going to take out this dirty bubble right here. If we do, it's going to be a buzzer beater. Ooh, it's close. No, it's not going to happen. Okay, so our first leak, 995. Ooh, we're leaking big time. Uh-oh, we already leaked twice. This is going to be it. It's just like that, 1009. I thought we might have had at least one more wave after, but nope. 1008 is going to be the final score, 7.76 trillion. Honestly, not too great for the Squid Boy. Only a 40-minute run, that's like super short, I'm not going to lie. So basically, I just took like 3 L's in one video. 1, I didn't get a single digit. 2, I used 6 Squid Boys, so I couldn't use those for Divine. Now I'm going to have to go pull 6 more. And it's not even good. So 3 L's in one video, that is crazy. 4 if you want to count the fact that everything that's going on with the game. You guys let me know your guys' thoughts down below on what I had to say about the game. Do you guys agree with anything I had to say? Do you guys disagree? I'm curious to hear your guys' thoughts. But that is going to do it for today's video. If you guys did enjoy, make sure to leave a like down below, comment, and subscribe. Make sure to turn on those post notifications so you don't miss out on any future videos or updates. And until next time, I'll see you guys. Peace.